Solar weather report for May 2021 as of May 23rd. The solar weather continues a bit on the low side according to our indices. With the solar flux index or SFI of 76 today, we have not exceeded this reading since April 29th. But does this tell the whole story? Within the past 24 hours, the 20 meter and 40 meter bands have seen great ham radio activity, so these bands are definitely alive. Sunspots are few in number, but they're not zero. Today we have a sunspot, number 2824, turning to face Earth, though not quite directly since it's above the equatorial plane of the Sun. It has a CMX flare rating of 75%, 25%, and 1%, which is to say that it's 75% likely to produce a C-class flare, 25% likely to produce an M-class flare, and 1% likely to produce an X-class solar flare. The sunspot number is at 19 since we have one region comprised of 9 individually discernible sunspots. Per the analysis of solarham.net website, this uptick in solar flare activity may be due to the geometry of sunspot number 2824. We see that it is a positive polarity region surrounded by various negative polarity regions, and it is likely that this arrangement of magnetic field lines and therefore magnetic energy is resulting in the larger number of solar flares observed. We also note in passing that a new spot has come onto the solar disk, number 2825. We'll see how that one develops in the coming days. These disturbances in the Sun can have an impact in our geomagnetic field depending on orientation. In other words, the larger the energy of the disturbance that hits the Earth, the more our geomagnetic field will be impacted. The K-sub-P index is the main indicator of how much solar flare activity is affecting Earth. In the last 7 days, we've seen K-sub-P indices going up to 5 or 6, which can negatively impact HF radio communications. Looking at the A index for the last 30 days, we see a similar pattern of high A values followed by lower A index values. This is expected as the Sun starts ramping up solar cycle 25. We recall that the A index is obtained by averaging K-sub-P indices. So the data show that our Sun is becoming more active as we start our climb up solar cycle 25. However, we again note that even though our indices may show relatively low values, propagation conditions may be quite good at any one time. So bottom line, let's go on the air and call CQ. Good luck, contacts, and 7-3.